What's up? This is Alex Chu coming at you with another episode. Today I just want to talk about transferring your deed. I mean transferring your real estate property or your bank accounts, the money in your bank account, to the people that you wanted to go to. You know. For example, if you're like me, you know, it's like. You hate your own siblings. You don't want the money and the house that go to them. Then you have to do a ladybird deeds transfer, and also transfer on deaths on your bank account. But before I talk about that, I want to tell you my name is Alex Chu. I'm the guy who invented physical mortality rings. These are the rings that you put on your small fingers during sleep. You wear them, you don't age anymore. For example, I'm already 48. In 3 months, I'll be 49, right? I still look pretty young, right? I still sound the same. Do I sound like an old man? No, not at all. I have lots of testimonials on my website. If you go to livemuchlonger.com, you can see Amazon customer reviews. Most of them give me 4 stars or 5 stars. Anyway, if you're interested, you want to stay physically young forever, you want to look like me when you're 48 or 49, livemuchlonger.com. Link is at the bottom of this video. Oh, I feel very good. I just, at first, my relatives, I grew up in a very, very, very distorted family, dysfunctional family. You know, my father married 4 times, and it's like every one of my siblings, my brother and my sister, they all came from different mothers, so they were my half brother, half sister. My sister, man, she was taught to believe that, when I would put on a smiley face in front of my sister. I gave her money for college. I pay $300 a month for her college tuition for 4 years straight, But then she was taught to believe that, oh, we're only half brothers, we're only half siblings. Yeah, she said that to my face. You nobody. I'm only your half sister. That doesn't mean anything. She say that to my face. You know what I'm saying? But at first, I didn't take her seriously because she's so young. She's like, what? When she said that to me, she was like 20-year-old, But then, I don't know. Once everybody grew up, they become very cold, It's like, my brother, for example, my brother had a son, right? Had a newborn son. I paid, and then he threw a banquet, right, to celebrate his newborn son. When his son is only one month old. That's a Chinese tradition. When your son is 1 month old, you can throw a banquet. Everybody comes. I paid her $200. I paid him $200. I gave him $200 as gift, right? Guess what? He does not even pass the kid to me for a hug. And I was wondering, why is that? That is so abnormal. That's not normal. So I called him a few months later. Then we had a huge fight on the phone. Basically, he's telling me he thinks that I'm so inferior, so low, so inferior that I'm not even good enough to hug his son. And he basically wanted me to stay the fuck away from his son. It's just weird. It's just really strange. I grew up in this kind of family, so I cut tie with all of them by now. I already cut tie with my brother and my sister, and they're just crazy. They're just like, you grew up in that kind of family, it's like that, It's like they were taught to hate you, right? My sister was taught to think that I'm just a half brother, I don't mean nothing, Yeah, because her mother did not really like me very much when I was a younger man, when I was younger, So she was taught to think like that. But anyway, my point is, if you have somebody that you hate, and if you're single, okay, you want to do I found out that, my relatives told me there's a trust fund that you could do. But then I realized trust fund it's not really that legalized. I mean, basically it's just a piece of paper that you print out, You could go to a lawyer and spend lots of money, like $800 some. They help you do a trust fund thing. It's just a piece of paper saying that if I die, my money, my real estate property, my bank account goes to who and who. And it costs you, and lawyers, they charge you like a lot of money, like $800 some. And guess what? It's not even legalized. it's not even a legal tender. It's just that, and then you have to give this trust, this piece of legal paper to your relative, you know. You better hope that they have good memory. You better hope that they put it in a safe place. You know, it's sort of like a will. Sort of like you just write a handwriting with your own handwriting. You sign your name with, you know, witnesses. They sign theirs. It's like, guess what? My relatives, I realized they don't even remember it. It's like I gave them my will, right? And it seems like none of them, they took it, but then they don't remember where they put it. So what's the difference between a will and a trust fund? Trust fund is also a piece of paper that you have to give it to your relatives so they store it somewhere, right? You know, so basically to avoid probate, so you get a piece of paper trust fund. There's no way you could register it somewhere, you know. At first I thought that trust fund, you could register it with the government recorder's office. No. I found online that basically trust fund is still a piece of paper that you depend on your relative. They have to store it at a safe place, you know, so if you die, they take it out. You know, and you know, then they seek a lawyer or something. Nah, it's not good. I found out that there's such thing called the Lady Bird deed. Lady Bird deed, it was named after Lyndon Johnson's wife. You know, it's like he transferred all his property to his wife. His wife's name is Lady Bird Johnson, right? So that's how the Lady Bird deed basically is like you could fill that with your county clerk, you know. There's a form that you have to fill out. It's not legal in every state. See, I'm in California. They have it. In Florida, they have it. I'm not sure if it's legal in your state. But if it's legal, it's called Lady Bird deed. Basically, it adds to your deed. You know, let's say if you're single, you don't want your house, like after you die, you don't want your house to go to your kids because you hate your kids, or you want your house to go to a certain person. Or, you know, like if you hate your siblings after you die, right? If you don't have a will, right? Or you didn't set up a trust fund, your house would go directly to your sibling. You know what I'm saying? Like, after you die, your siblings are still alive. They can be in another state. They haven't met you for 30 years. They don't give a shit about you. And the house still goes to them. You understand? So what you do is fill out a Lady Bird's deed. Okay? With the legal description. Legal description, you have to get it from your assessor's office, you know. Yeah, the assessor's office. It's on your original deed. You know, legal description would be like lot 28, whatever, block 45, whatever. You know, it's like on the map on the county map, page 4 and 6 or whatever. It's very long. It's basically say block whatever, lot whatever, you know, and all the way talking about the map on page 4, 6, whatever. That's a legal description, and then you just type in the names that you want. You know, for example, I wanted to go to my cousin. I wanted to go to my friend, whatever. You know, like after I die, you just type in whoever, cousin, whoever, friend, whoever, like that. You know, have it notarized. Go to a notary public, right? Have it notarized and then mail it in. You could just mail it into your county clerk's office, or you drive there. You just go to your county city hall and submit it. You know, they charge you a few dollars and that's it. So once you die, your house will not go directly to the people that you hate. You know, for example, my case, you know, I don't really like any of my siblings because they don't give a shit about me, right? So today I, you know, fill out Lady Bird's deed, you know, so make sure my house don't go to them if I die. You know what I'm saying? And also, you could also go to your bank or your security, what do you call your stock, you know, the trading account, you know, you trade stocks or funds. You know, the trading account, they all have the transfer on death. You know, they have those kind of forms. You can submit a form to your bank. Doesn't matter if it's checking account, saving account, whatever. You submit a form saying that if I die, I want my money to be transferred to these people, you know? Yeah, so see, if you don't fill that kind of form, you know, the relative that you hate, they could claim your money. You know, you don't want that, right? So you make sure you do a transfer on death at your local bank or your, I don't know, those trading accounts, and also a ladybird deed on your property, you know? This way, your money, you know, this way, you know, if you die, you can die in peace, you know what I'm saying? But that's all I want to say for now. Hope you guys like my channel. Talk to you next time.